Hey YouTube, here Twig here, bringing you guys my wind-up Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for May 2018. Been wanting to give you guys this deck profile for a good while now, and with the release of the Flames of Destruction booster pack, we got the new wind-up Link Monster, wind-up Zenmei Khan, which really does help with some of the deck's plays. Sadly, with the May 2018 ban list, we didn't get Zenmei off the ban list, so still have to play the deck without it, which it would have really helped just with some more additional plays you could do. But without further ado, we'll bring you guys the update to the deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start off, I run 3 Wind-Up Rat, pretty standard in the deck. During your main phase, you can target one Wind-Up monster in your graveyard, change this face-up attack position card to defense, and if you do special summon that card in defense, you can only use this effect once while this card is face-up on the field. It just really helps with your consistency to special summon out monsters, and it can work for either making an Xyz summon for your deck, or you can, obviously use them for a Link summon, depending on which monsters you get out. You can go for Zenmei Khan, or you can even go for Mrs. Radiant if you have 2 Earth monsters. Definitely options available to you with Wind-Up Rat in the deck. And I also run 3 Wind-Up Shark. With Shark, when a wind-up is normal or special summon to your side of the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and once per turn you can either increase its level by 1 until the end phase, or reduce this card's level by 1 until the end phase. So it works really well with Magician, because then it activates Magician's effect, allowing you to special summon another one, and just easy swarm to the field when you have this card in your hand and you get out another wind-up monster. Definite 3-Fs for both of them. And then 2 Wind-Up Magician, this card is at 2, otherwise it would be at a definite 3. With the deck. If the effect of a Wind-Up monster is activated except Wind-Up Magician, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Wind-Up Magician from your deck in face-up defense. This effect can only be used once while this card's face-up on the field, but you can always grab another Wind-Up Magician with this card, then use that other Wind-Up Magician's effect to get off another, and just really help to swarm up your field, which is a big key to this deck to get off a lot of your plays. I wish it was at 3, but gotta deal with 2 for now, and hopefully when it comes off to 3, we might get, Zenmei off as well. And I also run 2 Wind-Up Dog. I run Wind-Up Dog mostly because I run Rescue Cat in the deck, because it helps speed up so many of your plays to get out Zenmei Khan by specialing out beast type monsters, and Wind-Up Dog and Wind-Up Rat are both beast monsters, so just options. If you wanted to run Wind-Up Kitten, you can do that instead. Wind-Up Dog's just a little more budget and easier to get for people who don't have Kitten, and plus for a monster that's just going to be used for a Link summon and sent to the graveyard, just one of those easier options to go for. Plus it's another level 3 that you can make use of with Wind-Up Rat if you were to use it for Xyz summons for any of your monsters. And also 1 Wind-Up Soldier. This is just basically another heavy, strong card to run the deck. Just for a generic, you can go for the Soldier play, and then special summon out the Shark and have a level 4 Xyz if you will need for that play. And also 1 Wind-Up Hunter. This is for, once again, works very well with the Rat plays, just for discard power off of the Tribute with Wind-Up Hunter, or just another easy summon to go off of. Same with Wind-Up Rabbit. Depending on what you search off of Wind-Up Factory, these cards can definitely come in handy as well. Just 1-ofs though, they're searchable, so you can pretty much grab what you need for whatever situation. And that is it for the Wind-Up lineup. Moving on for some of the other monsters we run on the deck. 3 Rescue Cat. You can send this card from your graveyard to the graveyard to special summon 2 level 3 or lower beast-type monsters from your deck, but they have their effects negated. Also, they're destroyed during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Cat once per turn, but most of the time you're going to just use those monsters for the Link summon to go into Wind-Up Zenmei Khan or whatever other play you want to make. So Rescue Cat just really helps to speed up that problem that the deck was facing with just having to get out your Wind-Up monsters fast to the field. And I also run 2 Effect Veiler, just another hand trap to run. If you have Ghost, Ogre, or Ash, you can swap them in for the Effect Veilers, obviously. Plus, I also run the Brilliant Engine, so along with Perform Age Trick Clown, just having these as potential cards to send off the Brilliant Fusion does help when you accidentally draw the Trick Clown. Plus, speaking of the Trick Clown, just the 1 Trick Clown, easy special summon back to the field again to make use of for all your other plays. And 1 Garnet for your Brilliant Fusion Engine. Just 1 though. If you run more than this, you can end up with some big major dead draws, especially when you open up Garnet and Trick Clown, then you're just pretty much gone from there. And that's it for the monsters. We will now move on to spells. I run 3 Wind Up Factory. A very important card in the deck. Once per turn, if the effect of a Wind Up monster to activate, you can add 1 level 4 or lower Wind Up monster from your deck to your hand. So it's just search power. Going off of Magician and Shark can really help with just keeping consistency in your hand and grabbing other cards you need, like Rat, to make plays later on. And I also run 1 Reinforcements of the Army. This is so you can grab your Wind Up Soldier, just for extra search plays with this card for sure. Easy grabs as well, just to make sure you always have like a Wind Up monster to go for with Shark, or just, you know, to fill up your hand faster. And I also run the 3 Brilliant Fusion. Talking about this earlier, it's just so helpful because the extra normal summon when you don't get off the Rescue Cat play definitely does help. And even if you have the Rescue Cat, you can do that play and then have the additional normal summon to have a monster to work with the Zenmei Khan, obviously. So definitely does come in handy. And I also run 1 Soul Charge and 1 Dark Hole, just for more generic staples to go with the deck. And also I run 2 Scapegoat. This just helps with extra link summoning as well with Mrs. Radiant and Proxy Dragon, because a lot of your plays come from the use of your extra deck, so you want to make sure that you have arrows open up ready to go depending on whatever monsters you want to go for with your Wind Up monsters. It just makes it a lot more viable once you use these to get your Field Swarm, obviously. And also 1 Monster Reborn, pretty standard like the Soul Charge, obviously. And also 2 Twin Twisters to finish up the spells. Now, another thing I like about the Twin Twister, not only taking care of your opponent's pesky cards, but if you send something off of the Twin Twister, like Wind Up Dog, and then you normal summon Wind Up Rat and use that effect to get the monster back, you have your 2 monsters there. Because the biggest thing that I tried testing out with the Wind Up Rat was just getting monsters to the graveyard. I didn't want to run Foolish Burial because it just put a Wind Up in the graveyard. You didn't really have much to do with that after it was in the graveyard, but having Twin Twister just for those discard options definitely does help with clearing out stuff that could either stop your plays and then just assisting with the Wind Up Rat plays. And then moving on to traps, I run 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Solemn Warning, and the 2 Solemn Strikes for the Solemn Brigade. And I also run 1 Torrential Tribute and 1 Bottomless Trap Hole to finish off the trap lineup. You have the Evenly Matched or the Infinite Impermanence, and you want to run those instead. You can swap those out for them. These are just, you know, more for the budget line for players who, you know, don't have those cards, obviously, and just need better options to run. Just because you can make up from graveyard plays with cards like Monster Reborn, Soul Charge, and Wind Up Rat, obviously. And with the Bottomless option, you can always swap that back and forth, depending on what numbers you wanted for your trap lineup as well. And that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. I run 2 Wind Up Zen Maintenance. This is the new Wind Up Link monster for the deck. It's really, really good. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Wind Up Exceed monster you control and attach this card to it as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Zen Maintenance once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Wind Up card from your deck to your hand, and you can banish 1 face-up Wind Up monster you control face down to special summon 1 Wind Up monster from your deck with the same name as that card to the field. So what basically it's used for is that you can, you know, Wind Ups are all about just using the effects they have once while they're on the field. So being able to banish that monster and then summoning another one means you can obviously reuse that Wind Up effect. So cards like Wind Up Rat can be reused after it's already been used once. And the other effect just really helps because you can also search out cards like Wind Up Factory. So all you need to make this Link monster is 2 Wind Up monsters. So that's the main goal you want to go for, definitely, with this deck. If we get Zen Meiji, that, you know, attachment effect for material will be so much better as well, just because we'll have better options to make use of with this card. And also 1 Mrs. Radiant. This card works with the Scapegoats, obviously. Same with Proxy Dragon. Just being able to open up this as well definitely comes in handy because Zen Maintenance's arrows don't really matter as much if you place it here. If you already have your other extra deck options opened up, just, you know, having his abilities to use for sure helps because you have those options available to you. And I also run, for some of the stronger links, also 1 Underclock Taker, just good generic link support as well. Same with 1 Decode Talker, 1 Topologic Trisbana, and 1 Borreload. And for the Exceed options, 1 Abyss Dweller, Wind-up Arsenal Zen Mao. That's the only wind-up I have currently in the deck. I would put in Zen Mains, which if I were to do that, I'll show what I'd take out in just a sec. Also, 1 Castel, 1 Leviair, 1 Baguska, and 1 Tornado Dragon. If you have the Zen Mains you want to put in, probably would take out the Castel, just so you have more wind-up options available to you. And the 1 Gem Knight Seraphinite, just to work with the Brilliant Fusion engine. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.